Hello students, last time we discussed regarding tidal energy, we talked about solar energy, we discussed about wind power. Today we will be discussing about the biomass energy. Biomass refers to the plant and animal waste or its residue which is used to produce the energy. Uh, it can be derived directly or indirectly from the biological sources. In the developing countries, the popular sources of biomass energy are wood, the crop residues, dung, it might be dung of anything like cow dung, etc. In many cases, power is also obtained from the sources like sugarcane, and many of the times from sugarcane ethanol is extracted, which is a form of alcohol, uh, and then it is being used to produce fuel gas, especially in China. The dung is being used for that. As far as natural degradation of waste are concerned, they are dumped in the landfill site. It releases energy and that can be tapped. So as far as the rough estimate is concerned, it can produce about 400 cubic meters of biogas like methane. So waste products that decay rapidly due to the action of bacteria, it's a kind of decomposition, uses the free oxygen, then the decaying matter, they become deficient in oxygen, which can produce methane gas. So when methane is converted into carbon dioxide, it can generate heat or power. As far as these waste products are concerned, ordinary household waste, when they are dumped somewhere like landfill site, has a temperature of about 35 degrees Celsius, and that is an ideal temperature for the generation of biogas. This biogas can be converted, can also be burned to generate electricity or heat. This particular method does not have any adverse side effect on the environment, and the gas would have escaped if this kind of a thing is being used to produce it. The gas which is generated would have escaped to the atmosphere just as carbon dioxide escapes as greenhouse gas, and that could lead to the global warming. Therefore this method is very environment friendly, you can say. Liquid biofuels like biodiesel, bioethanol are being produced, and you must have come to know a few months back, maybe some 8 to 9 months back, India has also generated uh, an engine which can use this bioethanol and biodiesel to fly aeroplanes. So the technology to develop such fuels has already been developed, and there are effective steps that are needed to promote the production of such fuels, because this is environmental friendly and government has policy to take uh, a role in this matter. So as far as biomass energy is concerned, this is something which is coming up in a big way, and as far as solar energy is concerned, The source of energy is the core of sun, where nuclear fusion reactions produce radiation. Solar radiation travels through space in the form of discrete packets like photons, and at the outer edge of the atmosphere, 1 square kilometer of area receives 1400 megawatt of energy every minute. So only half the amount reaches the Earth's surface. The other half is absorbed or scattered in the atmosphere, and this radiation supports all the life in the Earth. Solar energy is used in many ways, directly or indirectly. The indirect collection of solar energy includes evaporation that leads to rainfall, then solar heat leading to the ocean water circulation, wind system process of photosynthesis. All these are a part of it. And there are two types of collectors: flat plate collectors and the concentrating plate collectors, while we are trying to use that solar energy. The flat plate collectors are flat and the thin boxes with transparent cover. You must have seen in a lot of hotels where, or now in houses as well, these solar panels are being placed, and these are having flat plate or concentrating plates which are there in it. As far as concentrators are concerned, they are large curved mirror, and they reflect the sunlight from a large area and focus it on a black receiving area. Thus, these concentrators basically move to track the sun with the help of a device called heliostats. They concentrate the solar energy that costs really very less as compared to that of the other energy sources. And now you can see that a lot of energy sources, or a lot of energy which is being generated through by the use of solar energy is being used nowadays. Engineers have devised several other devices that can even heat the building without much expense, and solar energy can also be used to cool the house nowadays. The solar energy is capable of running the air conditioning system nowadays as well. So if we see, the satellites are also relying on the energy system. We have come many folds in the usage of solar energy because the satellites also are also relying on the solar energy. Other devices that function with solar power are watches, calculators, radios, cassette players, water heaters, to name a few. So solar energy is supplemented to the national grid in many countries. Solar energy is something which is being now used as an environmental friendly source of power. It is the only drawback which comes to my mind is the intermittent nature of the solar radiation. That is, sometimes the radiations are far less, which so that it can be used smoothly. As far as tidal energy is concerned, the tide is a periodic semi-diurnal rise and fall of the ocean water. Many of you, if you have visited your oceans, you had been to beaches, you must have seen that there are times that when those the tide is more as compared to some particular time where the tide is lower. It is mainly caused by the gravitational pull of moon and sun upon earth or ocean water. The energy is harnessed to produce electricity. A dam can be built on the coast. When tidal wave comes, the water enters through the open gates. Turbines are fitted in the dam which can rotate the water as it enters the dam, and when the tidal wave recedes, the gates are shut down. It blocks the water behind the dam. Then slowly the trapped water is released by opening the gates. Again, the turbines rotate by receding water. This way, the electricity is generated on both the times, during the high tide as well as the low tide, or the tide when it is receding back. So tidal power plants are more effective when the difference between the high tide and the low tide is maximum. This is called the range of the tide. On the basis of the range of the tide, the coastline is of specially three types. You can say micro coastline, where the tide range is less than 2 meters. Meso coastline, where the tide range is 2 to 4 meters. And macro coastline, when the tide range is more than 4 meters. So the best kind of coastline you can say is where the range is more. In 1966, a tidal power plant went into operation on the Rance River, which is an estuary of your English Channel in northwestern France, and its capacity was as high as 240,000 kilowatt. However, the coastline with the tidal range of 10 to 15 meters has ideal conditions for the generation of electricity. We can well observe the highest tidal range is at Bay of Fundy in Canada, where the difference between high tide and the low tide is more than 18 meters. So the erection of your tidal power plant at your Samakudy Bay, an arm of Bay of Fundy, has been planned, and in UK the tidal power potential is capable to produce nearly 20% of the country's electricity. So as far as tidal power plant is concerned, it is pollutionless. Its another advantage is that it is precisely very predictable, because you know when the tide is going to be high and when the tide is going to be low. However, it has some disadvantages too. It affects the fish reproduction, because fish lay eggs where fresh water and marine water they mix together. That is exactly the place of tidal barrage. So it also affects the migration of fish population. So biomass energy we have already come to know. Now solar energy and tidal energy is an important source of pollution free energy that is being generated. With this we come to an end of this particular chapter. If we try and summarize the same, energy was used even in ancient times. There are two types of energy sources, renewable and as well as non-renewable sources of energy. A huge capital is required to generate hydropower. Material and design of modern turbines produce wind power more efficiently. We have recently gone through solar power. It is obtained by two types of collectors, flat plate and concentrating plate. Then there are tidal power plants, which are more effective when the tidal range is high. And then the fuel energy that can be derived directly or indirectly from biological sources. So this is all about your